So they say it's always important to push yourself out of your comfort zone. So this week is all about that, because if we're not pushing ourselves, we tend to be going backwards. And even if it's just small challenges, here's how I'm going to push myself and encourage you to push yourself to keep on growing. Progress, not perfection, is our quote of the day. So I've done some belly dancing, feel good fitness. I've pushed myself out my comfort zone, done some killer core at the Sanctuary in Wakefield on Zoom, and now Qigong. I've had a socially distanced meet up with a friend. So yeah, I do feel better after fresh air, because the online world can feel quite helpful, but then it can be quite constant and intoxicating, and I feel like I'm just like not sleeping.
I'm pleased I pushed myself out of my comfort zone and I did it.
I've managed to set up my office, so I'm actually using my Rode mic and my light. Granted, it's still on my phone and I have got cameras, but for now I'm really proud, because I'm dyslexic and dyspraxic. I've pushed myself out of my comfort zone to actually organise stuff. So pushing ourselves out of the comfort zone, feeling the sun and getting out into the fresh air. So they say it's always important to push yourself out of your comfort zone. So this week is all about that, because if we're not pushing ourselves, we tend to be going backwards. And even if it's just small challenges, here's how I'm going to push myself and encourage you to push yourself to keep on growing. So to start with, well, I'm doing a belly dance class on Zoom and I'm really nervous. So I've just done my class. I feel quite emotional now, because I get it's so daft. I get so nervous about dancing, and I'm really struggling at the moment. But then it does really help. I've got to take my own tips, as if in doubt, shimmy it out, because sometimes when things feel really toxic, it is hard to do that. But actually it's times like this where we need to push ourselves. Because I did, and I got up and I try and work out in the morning before I have a chance to think about anything. I try and work in the morning and then see how I get on throughout the rest of the day. But yeah, I'm really glad. I'm talking rubbish now, but I'm really glad that I pushed myself this morning. And yesterday was a live chat. I'll put a little clip here. And again, you see me on Instagram live, or even just phone calls is pushing me out of my comfort zone. So doing live Insta chats, which is weird because I'm comfortable doing live vlogs, but again, it's all the things we stick with what we're comfortable with, don't we? And it's hard to grow out of his comfort zone. So yeah, I really encourage you to just push yourself that a little bit further today. And we all have our different levels of comfort zone. So what might be comfortable to you might be your worst nightmare, or vice versa. And like phone calls, most people don't mind phone calls, whereas I hate them. They literally cause me so much anxiety. And yeah, but yeah, it is each day progression, not perfection. Progress, not perfection, is our quote of the day. So I've done some belly dancing, feel good fitness. I've pushed myself out my comfort zone, done some killer core at the Sanctuary in Wakefield on Zoom, and now Qigong. I've got a right dab on this morning after teaching belly dance. I even forget what good fitness it is, because there's small movements. But actually, because we're isolating and we're really focused, it really is great for your whole mind, body workout. Yeah, and as I say, I've got a right dab on, so now I'm going to have a shower. So I've not actually been managing to get out much, but I have done today. I've had a socially distanced meet up with a friend. So yeah, I do feel better after fresh air, because the online world can feel quite helpful, but then it can be quite constant and intoxicating, and I feel like I'm just like
not sleeping and going against my own values because I'd not been sleeping properly. But then I did last night, and I probably look better for it today, just more of a natural glow than a cake ton glow. But yeah, so proud of myself for going out, pushing myself out of my comfort zone and getting out of the house, and fresh air always helps. So I'm quite proud of myself today. I've actually been out the house. It sounds daft. We're actually at the moment allowed to go out, and I've not been because I'm still a bit nervous and scared to go out. My anxiety is really high. I think I've lost a lot of confidence going out, but also with getting hate mail and stuff, that doesn't help your confidence. You just get scared because you feel like everyone hates you, even though that's not the truth. But I've got so much more love, but I do feel so much better for some fresh air, a million times better. Good sleep last night and fresh air, but I'm pleased I pushed myself out of my comfort zone and I did it. Oh, and it's I'm doing a plank challenge with the Squats and Sparkles team. Rebecca's got us doing the splits and plank challenge. So I'm feeling better now. It gives you more energy actually getting out of the house.
So I'm so pleased with myself, so pleased with myself with the help of a friend online and in person over the phone. I've managed to set up my office. So I'm actually using my Rode mic and my light. Granted, it's still on my phone and I have got cameras, but for now, I'm really proud because I'm dyslexic and dyspraxic. I've pushed myself out of my comfort zone to actually organise stuff. Normally, I've got my friend, she's like a professional organiser because I'm not the best at organising stuff. I just buy stuff because I love technology and I'm a bit of a geek, but then I never use it. So I'm really proud that I've actually started, and now I've started, I'm like, oh sugar, it's late and I need to sleep. That's another goal. But I've kind of cracked on with some organisation. Good morning, everyone. So I decided to go on my jog first this morning, so I couldn't get out of it, and I feel really good. I went also to the shop, so I jogged a bit further to the shop, and that's where accountability buddies also come into play. So the Squats and Sparkles Women's Health Club on Facebook group, which I co-run, pushed me, and I'd put in there that I was going to run a bit further, so I had to. And then I've also got my accountability buddy, as you know, on a Monday with my friend Jordan Wake, and I'd also put in my goals this week to run a little bit further because it's more about my confidence at the moment than it is fitness. And then so I've done that and it was fine. I put on my glasses and my AirPods and I just jogged, probably a bit weirdly, but never mind. I've still got a hamstring from my dodgy injury in lockdown, jumping off a pole into the splits without stretching like a naughty person. And so yeah, now I'm going to do some kettlebells, then back to work before the kids get back.
So pushing ourselves out of the comfort zone, feeling the sun and getting out into the fresh air, as we've lost a lot of confidence in lockdown, but very grateful that it's easing and we can get out and about. And part of pushing out of your comfort zone isn't always just pushing forward, it's changing our behaviour. So I've had a lot of trolling this week. Normally I'd beat myself up about it, and granted it really knocked me for a day or so, but I've just let higher powers and the police deal with it, because it's not about me, it's about those. And that is a massive change of mindset, and I've had to force that change of mindset.